Good evening, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a subject to you that is interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and that is bullying. Actually, with a special emphasis on an idea connected to that. Bullying, well, we've heard of it. People have experienced it. Most everybody has experienced it at some point. And there are different ideas or about how to handle it, what you should and shouldn't do. And this isn't so much even about that, but the idea that I mentioned in connection to the subject, which is an interesting phenomenon where there's a subconscious feature to human psychology. I am not a classically trained psychologist. I do not have any degrees in psychology. I want to open with my qualifications or lack thereof, rather. But I do understand people a little bit. I understand from my own personal experience and from introspection, which is valid, a valid form of learning and analysis. I have learned a lot about the way people think. I think seems to make sense to me anyway. There's something where, take for example, a person who has had something stolen from them. And this can be, anything, a bicycle, whatever. There's a problem in this person's mind that needs reconciliation. They have perhaps been victimized, but there's no closure, there's no resolution. Closure is a big deal. I think it's underemphasized, especially nowadays. There used to be a lot of talk about closure and therapy and stuff, and nowadays there's not a lot of talk that I hear, but maybe some people are still talking about it. Closure is a huge thing. Somebody has an injury, somebody is abused or stolen from, raped, robbed, really commit any kind of victim of a crime, any kind of trespass or injury that wasn't their fault and that may have actually been intentional, something where they were either dismissed or targeted for something. There's going to be a festering problem behind any kind of face they want to put on, any kind of desire to move forward, to accept it, to forgive and forget, as they say. And this isn't about that either, but there's, no matter what the person does, until they confront the person who did it, there's a need, a basic human need to confront that, to confront the person, actually, which obviously isn't always possible. I mean, shoot, people die, and if someone steals something from you and then some time goes by and they pass away, you don't have any choice at that point to confront them, obviously. So you don't always get an opportunity. There's no realistic, guaranteed possibility of confronting the person. But here's the point. The need is very real, and you can simulate it. You can satisfy that part of the brain that needs that confrontation, even if you're not involved. Check this out. This happened to me. A bully came up to me, and this person started acting hostile, like they do. Acted like I stole something from him. I think on some level he knew I didn't. But I realized this man is struggling with a need for closure on some level. If you understand the cause for behavior, you can control it, whoever it is. So you know what I told this guy? I said, yeah, I took your bike. And the man almost passed out in front of me. I'm not exaggerating. The man had a visible physiological change instantly. I said, I stole your bike. I've never seen a dude's bike in my life. The man sat down and he almost wept. He didn't weep, but it looked like he was going to. And I never saw that man again. But I know that something was changed forever inside him. Something was fixed. The closure that he needed, the confrontation that his subconscious mind absolutely needed had happened. Not for real, but it was enough. And every bully has a similar kind of festering problem just beneath the surface. And if you understand what it is, it's not always easy to figure out, Everybody's got different trauma, different baggage, but you can guarantee if there's a bully, there's some baggage. There's some kind of something that needs reconciliation. So for me, the first step is understanding, asking elliptical questions if necessary. And if you can figure out what that thing is, you've already fixed it. You've already solved it. You just know. You know the answer. Anyway, there's griefers. There's people who do things maliciously, people who are quote unquote evil and bullies, whatever. But every single one of them has something in common, and that is an injury, some kind of injury that never got fixed. They can't fix it themselves. Some people just aren't equipped. But if you're smart and you're compassionate, and if you have the opportunity, that's all it takes. Anyway, have a great night.